the river in a little tent. Oh, but like the river, I've been running ever since. Amber's the one that sings. I'm the one I try to sing. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Marvin. I am 1/3 of the Family O, coming to you today with our first how-to video for 2017. Now, our mantra in our household for this year, we don't really do the resolutions, new year, new me, all this, all that. We just really seek to capitalize on the good parts of the previous year and figure out ways to correct things that didn't go so well the previous year in the new year. Our theme this year for 2017 is tightening up, and that's in every area, from life to career to relationships to finances, just basically stopping all the leaks here and there and creating new streams or new opportunities for ourselves for the new year. We are talking today side hustles and different areas that you can actually implement in 10 minutes or less without spending any money, and you can actually make money. So that's always a good thing. Many of you are very familiar with a lot of the popular online marketplaces, and so I'm going to talk about 3 of them today that we personally utilize in our household. One of which being eBay, which is the #1 online marketplace. It's the world's biggest garage sale, is what I like to call it. Number 2 is, of course, Craigslist. Many of you are familiar with Craigslist. But number 3 is going to be a newer app that is out now that I personally use, and it's called Letgo. So what you see right here, guys, you probably can't see everything, but got a plethora of items just laid out here that I'll kind of show you guys in a little bit. But we really are, in our household, let me back up. So in our household, we are a 1-income family. Amber is an educator by trade, but when we decided to have Liberty, we talked about it that, you know what, we really would like the opportunity, if possible, to have one of us to be at home to raise Liberty. So, of course, Amber made the wonderful sacrifice. I'm pointing like y'all can see Amber, but she's in the other room taking a nap. But she made the wonderful sacrifice of staying at home with our Liberty. Of course, being that she's an educator by trade, she's still able to utilize her educational background to teach Liberty. So we're basically kind of hacking in a way and getting homeschool, but not only homeschool, but getting an actual licensed professional that's teaching our daughter. So it was a sacrifice, but it's been a great sacrifice, and we always are looking for multiple ways to draw income, and we've got a few currently. One of the ones that I'll talk about now is our side hustle of online sales. So got some items here right now. This is an old Dragon Ball Z DVD that we currently are going to utilize in our online ad. We have a few right now online. Got some other stuff here. Got some Star Wars paraphernalia. I remember this robot, I forget, R2-D2, I think is his name. R2-D2, I believe. But some Star Wars, and don't get mad at me if I got that wrong, Star Wars fans. But we got this some years ago at I think it was just like one of these thrift stores, and I saw it and I was like, you know what, this looks like it'll be worth something, or it's going to be worth something. So this is one item that we have, and I actually have here an old PlayStation 3, the slim model. Currently I have the larger model, and that one we use to stream media. But this particular PS3 is actually, when I got it, the guy I got it from wasn't being on the up and up, and that's one of the things when you get things from places, when you get items from places like Craigslist and stuff like that, specifically electronics, that, you know, you gotta really plug it into something to make sure it's working. Well, the guy had this for sale, and I went to his house, and it looked like it was running just fine, but for whatever reason, when I got home and I tried to put a video game in it, it would not read the video game. So I was like, okay, I gotta figure out something to do with this, because this can't just sit around collecting dust. So we actually have this and all these other items on eBay right now. Many of you have heard of eBay, but very few people are actually leveraging eBay. First and foremost, eBay is absolutely free to set up an account. It takes 10 minutes, literally. You create a username, a password, you set up some basic online, you give some basic online information of yourself, and in 10 minutes or less, you have an eBay account. Some people use Amazon, but I personally find eBay to be a lot more user-friendly, at least for your everyday person. So we have this, and we have this, and we have this, and some video games stuff, controllers and stuff like that online now, currently running. And let me tell you, the funny thing about it is that this right here are some old Xbox games, the very first Xbox. This one here, and this one's currently that I got from a family member. This isn't working right now, but I still have it online because someone out there that's a tinkerer is gonna know, because this is having the same issue as the PS3, where it's not reading disc. I don't know if after a period of time they just stopped reading disc for whatever reason, but someone's gonna fix that. They're gonna buy it from me for less than market value, because of course they're not fully working. They're not working like completely. And I'm an honest guy, and I disclosed, hey look, this stuff isn't working, but that doesn't necessarily mean that nobody's gonna buy this, because they can use it for parts, or they can actually fix it up and have a PS3 or an Xbox that they didn't pay market value for. For me, I didn't really pay a lot for these items anyway, so it's still a win for me. But these old Xbox games and older systems, if you've got like a Nintendo 64, if you even have a Super Nintendo, and if you are blessed enough to have the original Nintendos and Game Boys and stuff like that, all that stuff is coming back as far as being of value. But because it's coming back and stuff like that is of value now, for nostalgia purposes, now's really a great time to flip a lot of stuff you might have laying around your house. Games, for example, if you got kids or teenagers or whatever the case is, a lot of times they were video game people, and they probably have old games sitting around that they don't play, because, you know, kids, as soon as the newest system comes out, the PS4, 5, 6, the Xbox 1, 2, 3, they act like this stuff ain't even worth nothing no more. But because you spent the money on it, it's always a good idea to see if you can get some of that money back. So this old Xbox game, mind you, I got this for free from a family member, but it's currently on our eBay auction right now, and it's been bid up to $20 as of today, and it's still got about 3 days left on the auction. So I'm guessing this is a very rare game. I did a little bit of research, because using eBay, for example, you can actually type in, you know, what it is that you have for sale, you're thinking about selling, and there's a way to go to the filter tab, and then you go down to where it says sold or completed items, and it will actually let you see what the market is saying that this item is worth. So for me, as long as it was selling, I'm good, because I didn't pay for a lot of this stuff. I obtained it from different ways of people that were just giving the stuff away. But the fact that this $0 investment is about to be a $20 profit as of now, it could be even more, is incredible, personally. And I've got other games currently, like here goes some more Xbox games. I even have some PlayStation 3 games here that are currently in our online auction. They don't have the case in these instances, but someone will still buy it. I'll put it in a sleeve or something before I mail it out. And I even have some, what am I gonna grab? Some DVDs of some old anime, I forget what it's called, anime, yeah, Japanese anime videos. This is a Dragon Ball Z. This is some Japanese anime videos, a couple of other stuff that currently is selling on eBay. I mean, people will buy some of anything. It's incredible where they say the age-old adage, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And that's like freaking true, because all of this stuff to me is junk, but somebody sees it of value. Lastly, I wanted to show you guys, these are some old vinyls that I found at Goodwill. This of course is Sam Cooke. If you haven't heard of Sam Cooke, he did that song, I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, but like the river, I've been running ever since. Amber's the one that sings. I'm the one I try to sing. This is an old Sam Cooke album, and I bought this for $2, as you can probably see here, $2, and anything more than $2 is profit for me. And at the end of the day, if it doesn't sell, well, I've got a fantastic vinyl by Sam Cooke, one of the premier singers of the last few decades. Also have a cell phone here. This is an old Cricket phone that I actually found. It's an Android phone. I actually found this on the side of the road. Amber hates that I pick stuff up from the side of the road or on the floor. Like, I'll pick up a quarter or a penny on the floor in a minute. But I found this phone on the side of the road, and I tried to locate the owner of the phone, but there was no contact information. I texted like the number that was in there, and I didn't get any response. So, you know, my assumption is that they didn't want this, which is why I got chunked on the side of the road. It has a little crack on it, but I have it on our eBay page right now, and I think it's been bid a few dollars, but there are a lot of watchers, which is another way on eBay. Like, if you want to buy something but you're not ready to place a bid on it as a consumer, you can actually watch the item. That way, I guess as it gets closer to the auction ending, if you want to bid on it at that point, then you can do it. Because some people, they want to wait till the end to see if they can try and get it for a good price. eBay is one option on how to put a lot of stuff that you have laying around the house online. What I have here, of course, more tech related, and video game movies and stuff like that related. But eBay is so incredible. You can literally have any type of niche, and 9 times out of 10, you're gonna find somebody that's selling something within that niche. So for me, it's tech and stuff like that, because that's my expertise. That's where I'm knowledgeable in. But for you, you could be a sneakerhead, or you could have jewelry, or you could have clothes, or you could have, I don't know, old Harley motorcycle paraphernalia. It could be some of anything. That's the great thing about eBay. All you have to do is type in what the item is in the search box in eBay, and if someone's selling it, you'll see it there. And if you want to see what it's going for, what it's sold for, the particular item you're thinking about selling, again, you can check the completed sales tab, which is going to be under the filter options, and you can see what it's sold for. So that's one way of getting rid of junk that you have around the house. But if you're the type of person that you need quick cash, well, Craigslist is a fantastic option. Craigslist is a lot even more simpler than eBay, because you literally just create the account, and you can post the ad for what you're looking to sell and put your number. That's the thing about something like Craigslist, is that you typically have to put some form of contact. Some people use email and put an email address or a default. Craigslist actually lets you utilize a kind of like a ghost email that will forward the request to your personal email. But again, you have to put a little bit of your personal information out there. For all intents and purposes, if you're going to use Craigslist, you definitely are not going to want to put your personal number on there. Do not put your personal number in the ad, especially when you have another option. If you decide to post your stuff on Craigslist, as with eBay as well, I forgot to tell you, you will need to take good pictures. And we live in a selfie generation, duck face, all that stuff. So, taking pictures is definitely not going to be an issue for the majority of people selling on eBay or Craigslist. With Craigslist, you definitely don't want to put your personal number. After you create an account, the next thing you want to do before you post any kind of ad is go to google.com/voice, okay? I'll probably put the link in the bottom as well, but google.com/voice. That is a service through Google that allows you to have a dedicated number that will actually connect to your personal number, but that dedicated number is where people will communicate with you. And so when they dial that Google number, it will actually ring to your personal cell phone, or when they send a text message to that Google number, it'll actually forward to your personal email, personal text message. And when you reply to a text message, the individual that's reaching out to you will always see the Google number. So they will never see your personal information. So that is super, super awesome for individuals like myself that appreciate your privacy. That's the only reason that we signed up for a Google number, is to have that for Craigslist sales. And it's been great. With Craigslist though, you know, of course, you're gonna be meeting people locally, and it's kind of common sense, but I need to definitely put it out there. Don't be like me. I did make the mistake, as I was talking about with the PS3 that I bought here, the one that the guy sold me that's broke. I did meet him at his house, but I felt comfortable with it because I didn't go in the house. I kind of stayed outside of the crib. But typically, I'm a guy, and I'm a 6 foot, nearly 250 pound dude, so with a gigantic beard. So I'm pretty intimidating, I like to believe. But still, you should never meet people at their house. That was a mistake I made, but I was really trying to get this PS3 before it got sold. Always meet people in a public place. Walmart, Starbucks, McDonald's, they're everywhere. So if you're gonna meet a person, always, 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 always meet them in a public place. Somewhere that you can get there, and if it, you know, if something goes south, you're in a public place, and you're safe, there's cameras, all that good stuff. When I meet people at Craigslist, I tend to show up to the location before I text them to tell them I'm here. That way I can kind of scope the scene and kind of look and see who I think might be the individual in question, but they have no idea that I'm already there. So typically when I get there, I'll text and say, hey, I'm here in a blue shirt, and they'll hop up and look around, and I already peeped them and seen, oh, okay, that's you. that's selling something on Craigslist. So, always dealing cash, of course, with Craigslist, and just be straight to the point. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, small talk is always good. If you kind of, once you meet the person, they don't look too crazy or nothing like that. But Craigslist is super cool. I mean, Craigslist, of course, is great compared to eBay, because of course with eBay, it is free to set up, but they're in the business to make money. So whenever your item sells on eBay, they get a very small piece of the final sale. That's called a final value sale, I think is what they call it, and that's the way that they make money. With Craigslist, you don't pay Craigslist.com for the item selling, you just exchange cash and you go about your business. So that's the great thing. You don't have the overhead or you have to pay a spread to anybody. You just literally can meet up with them. But of course, the caveat is that you're restricted to individuals that are willing to meet you at your location, or you're willing to meet at a certain location. So eBay, of course, is worldwide, where you've got literally millions of eyes that can see your particular item. Craigslist is more niche and more local. But typically, you know, what you sell it for on eBay versus what you sell it for on Craigslist is still gonna be right at around the same. But again, if you're in a very small town in the middle of nowhere, eBay might be your best bet to get an item of yours sold. Okay guys, so we are on our last item for our Save Money, Make Money series today, talking about the different ways to sell junk that you have. Well, let me stop calling it junk. Sell items that you have at home and get rid of it, make a little cash in the process. So the last app that I utilize is an app called Letgo. My boy told me about this not too long ago. Letgo is kind of like a 2017 version of Craigslist. Craigslist has kind of been the exact same way. Literally, they have not changed the website in God knows how long, many, many years. But Letgo seeks to be very disruptive in the online sales marketplace. Letgo is a free app. And what it does is it connects you with like-minded individuals in your area or even further out that are selling their items, but it seeks to kind of capitalize on the good parts of Craigslist, and they don't do any of the things that people don't like about Craigslist. And what I mean is, this is a free app, first and foremost, that you actually can post your item completely within the app, and you can communicate with the person as well through the app. So you don't need to share your personal information under any circumstances. You just create an account, you verify the account either through a Google email address like Gmail or through Facebook, and you can put your name on there if you feel comfortable. I personally don't have my name, but I have my last name, but I have my first name on there. But you can actually post your item within the app, and it's just like Craigslist. Whoever has the Letgo app will see your item and can reach out to you indicating that they're interested in the item. You can post it for free. You can indicate that the price is negotiable and not have a set price, or you can put, you know, a dollar amount that you're looking for in here. Now, one of the things I really like about this app, first and foremost, is that it takes the guesswork out of the particular item that you're posting. If you're the type of person that you really are kind of new to this kind of thing as far as selling stuff, and you don't know the proper way to market, or you don't know how to use certain keywords or buzzwords that will allow people to find your stuff, well, this takes a lot more of the guesswork out of the process for you. So what it does is it has a button here that says sell your stuff. That's the button there. So once you push that button, it'll open up the camera app, as you see, and you literally can just take a picture of the item. Let's say this Mortal Kombat game, for example. I'm going to take a picture of it. I'm going to show you how crazy technology is. I'm going to take a picture of the item. So it has it here. That's the item. And you might say, well, what's so special about that? I'm going to tell you. Just be patient. I'm going to tell you. So what you can do is once you post the item, it will automatically generate the ad. That's first and foremost. So immediately the ad will be created. But what's neat about this is that, okay, so it'll ask you to set a price, and I put $5, for example, for that item. And once you go into the app, it'll actually tell you what the item is called. It will literally research the name of the app. So here's my ad, okay, the $5 game. I don't have a title on it, as you see, but once you go into edit, there's a little pencil logo that you can go in, and it has literally taken the image and searched this image on Google Images. I don't know how they use it, if it's a proprietary system, but I'm thinking Google Images, and it's telling me right now the name of what I posted. You may or may not be able to see it, but Xbox Mortal Kombat Armageddon game. So it literally searched the title of the name already without me even having to put that in there. So that's really freaking awesome. And it doesn't just do that with things like games. Like if I were to take a picture of this Xbox here that I have for sale, all I have to do is take a picture of it, and it will literally say black Xbox. I mean, it's crazy. It's like, even if you didn't know the name of the item, it will literally search that image and it will find the name of the item that you have for sale. So it really helps for individuals that you might have a particular niche object. Let me try, just to humor myself, let me try this Star Wars character, because I said earlier in the video that this is called R2-D2, but I may be wrong. Let's see. I just took a picture of it. Here it is. And this is super duper neat, because it takes a lot of the guesswork out of having to figure out the name of items that you have for sale, and you might not know what the name is. So, oh, okay, C3PO. Look, C3PO robot figurine. That is freaking crazy. It found the name. This is, yeah, okay, I remember C3PO. I'm sorry, Star Wars guys. I called it R2-D2. That was the little bitty robot that did the all that stuff. So anyways, that's freaking awesome. So I can literally throw about all these items on here. I don't have to type in the majority of it. All I got to do is just take a picture of it, and it will actually tell me the title, and I can just save it, make sure it's accurate, of course, and put it on, and bam, I'm done. So I actually have all of these items here running concurrently on all three platforms that I've talked about, eBay, Craigslist, and Letgo. So for me, I like to cast a very wide net, so I've got it running on all 3 of those apps right now, and whichever place it sells first, I'll cancel the ads on the other 2. So it's a win-win for me. Hopefully it sells on Letgo or Craigslist, because of course I won't have to pay eBay anything, but these are all completely free apps to set up, and with the exception of eBay, it's completely no cost at all to create an ad and sell an item on online. So I love all of these items. There are others out there such as Fiverr. I think that's another app that's very popular, similar to Letgo, and there are a plethora of others, but for all intents and purposes, Letgo is pretty robust. It's definitely nipping at the heels of Craigslist as far as being very disruptive, and the fact that, again, it will tell you the name of the item that you have for sale without you having to know it. So that's like freaking awesome, and it's kind of scary at the same time. Anyways, this is Marvin with The Family O. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, we would really appreciate a thumbs up as always. Let us know in the comments below how you plan to hustle in 2017, and if you utilize any of the 3 items or any of the 3 apps that we talked about, I mean, please let us know in the comments below. Put your eBay page, that way, you know, all of our subscribers here at The Family O can check out some of the items you have for sale. And till the next video, we'll see you later. All right, peace.